the privilege of my life. And I love you, and I hope you'll let my friendship be one of the things that you're learning how to let in.
Something wasn't right, and the internet felt it immediately. During the Wicked promo cycle, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo appeared everywhere. Interviews, panels, red carpets, fan events. And yet, something felt strangely heavy beneath the glitter in green.
Thank you, Cynthia. I'm gonna cry my glitter off. I'm gonna go blind from glitter.
No, you both have to stop.
It was
Jesus
the highlight of my life.
It wasn't a scandal. It wasn't a downfall. But it was a vibe that made people tilt their heads in confusion and ask, what in the world is going on with Ariana and Cynthia? Because if there's one thing the internet is good at, it's reading energy. And this energy felt intense.
Not the time, helicopter!
The Wicked promo season should have been magical. Two powerhouse women stepping into two of the most iconic roles in Broadway history. But instead of bubbly chemistry, we saw something different. Moments that felt unusually delicate, emotionally heightened, or strangely intimate.
I'm really sorry. We're really sorry.
It just happens.
It's really
It
emotional.
happens. We can't help it.
Clips circulated of Cynthia rubbing Ariana's arm when she bumped it, in a way that reminded people of how you soothe a toddler, not a co-star. Fans didn't interpret it as romantic or dramatic, just off. And whether audiences were right or wrong, the fact they all seemed to feel the same way says something. It wasn't just one weird moment. It was a pattern, visible across interviews, red carpets, and behind-the-scenes footage.
But here's the deeper layer. People weren't reacting out of nowhere. Many saw these interactions and felt something familiar, not from celebrities, but from their own lives. One commenter said, "I've been in a codependent relationship. Seeing this makes me cringe, but I was in high school. They're full-grown adults." And that's the thing. Codependency doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like over-comforting, over-soothing, or over-attachment. Sometimes it looks like two people clinging to each other to survive stress. And maybe that's why it resonated. Not because anyone knows what's happening privately, but because human patterns look familiar even from a distance.
Oh my God, thank you. I love her so much. I'm gonna take such good care of her. Thank you so much.
But before we jump to conclusions, we need to understand the environment these women are in. Big studio films, especially musicals, demand intense emotional labor, long hours, massive expectations, constant scrutiny. Add to that body expectations, PR restrictions, fan pressure, perfection culture, and you get a mental pressure cooker. And sometimes closeness becomes a coping mechanism. Two people going through the same storm, clinging to each other because no one else understands. But to the outside world, that closeness looks bizarre. And the internet doesn't miss bizarre.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Then the conversation shifted to something more sensitive. Viewers, regular people, not experts, began expressing fear for younger audiences watching actresses appear visibly exhausted or extremely thin or emotionally fragile during press events. Not accusations, not diagnoses, just worry. One viewer said, "This makes me sad for non-celebrity people. Celebrities can afford help. Regular people can't." And that's a real conversation worth having, not about any one actress, but about an industry that normalizes burnout as commitment, exhaustion as professionalism, and emotional collapse as relatability. When the standard for movie-ready looks unachievable or unstable, fans worry not just about the stars, but about the people who try to copy them. Then came the hardest question. Where was the studio?
When two actors show visible emotional strain in promo cycles, should the machine stepping on the gas ever slow down? One commenter said, "We all need to side-eye Universal for letting this go on. Where do we draw the line?" Because whether the internet misinterpreted things or not, a lot of people walked away from the promo tour feeling like something wasn't right. Not because of drama, not because of rumors, but because they saw two people under extreme demand and wondered why the system around them didn't protect them more.
Behind every viral clip, behind every edit, behind every moment the internet overanalyzes, there are two human beings doing a job. Two women carrying responsibility, expectations, and the weight of a massive cultural production. The internet wants answers, but the truth is simple. We don't know what's going on in their lives, and we're not supposed to. What we can talk about is why we perceived what we perceived, why their dynamic triggered concern, why pressure looks familiar, why codependency stories resonate, and why the public instinctively reacted with both humor and discomfort.
Maybe the Wicked promo cycle wasn't chaotic. Maybe it was just human. Two performers navigating stress, chemistry, emotional intensity, and the weight of millions of eyes. And maybe the real story isn't what happened to them, it's what the public projected onto them. What we fear, what we've lived through, what we recognize in ourselves.
If you've seen these interactions online, what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more.